What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wealthyverse Show, the source for crypto culture. Of course, we are here once again live with you guys. We have Mr. Amazing Shane here in the building. We have Mr. Hubs in the building. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What do you do? How y'all
Ready
doing
for
out
another day? I heard we've got a new launch today. Grifters, huh?
Yeah, man.
Grifters.
This thing is.
We got
this is the hot
Grifters,
lunch
man,
of the
just
day.
launched. Let
It's
me
up in town.
They've
let
been
me share
extremely.
this here.
These guys been extremely busy, man. So they're gonna pop up here any minute. I hope. They've had a busy week, from what
I just tagged you in it, Shane. But I mean, if you want to add some more to it, you can.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
What's going on, family? Fulton is in the building. What's up, Fulton? Neo, what's up with you, Neo?
Yeah,
Let's go.
so we're gonna have the devs show up here in a little bit. We got Legal Alien just popped up. Ole way.
It is
And
the
then we've got some
LA.
Bro,
What's going on, LA?
Lego,
You gotta
what's
teach
up,
me some
man?
Spanish.
What's
My
up?
bad, bro.
Hey, we
Sorry
got to
for
get
running
in
a
this
little late,
this TG chat over here and let the Grifters community know that we're live. We
So-
got the chart up here. Y'all can tell
Yep.
they just launched around
My bad, bro. I was
1:30.
walking my fish.
You're walking your fish. Smash that like button.
Jazz in the
like,
building.
good,
Jazz, what's up, man? Hey, I know you did a video on them today, Jazz. I think you did, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure you did. I just haven't watched it.
I think so.
Too big.
Two
Crypto,
bit,
what's happening,
what's
man?
up, 2-bit?
It's popping.
Man, you know, it's like a family reunion, man. Every time we come on here, man.
Yeah,
What's
man.
good, Dax
Definitely
Tools?
is.
What's good with y'all, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
Hey,
What
hey,
do you
drop
got?
something in the chat, man, so we could call you guys out. Hey, if you on Twitter, you too lazy to come out here on YouTube, come out here on YouTube so we can shout you out, man. You know, we can't, just I know this thing is being streamed everywhere. People just be like, man, why I gotta go to YouTube? I got
Right.
Twitter. It's on Twitter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They got it so you can just
Man,
watch
we
it from
we're
straight
streaming
from Twitter
we're streaming on 3 different Twitter profiles right now.
Let's
We're
go.
streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on LinkedIn. We're streaming, man. Let me tell you, the only place we're not streaming at right now is hell.
Oh, TikTok.
TikTok. Oh yeah.
Are we streaming on TikTok right now?
No.
No, you
I'm
can't
saying
do
we should be.
TikTok.
Well, let me tell you
Mm-mm.
something. Somebody told me something. I got them looking for a program for me to stream on TikTok.
Let's
Oh, yeah?
go.
Find me a program. That's where you get the most views, bro.
Dude, dummy views on TikTok, bro.
That's where the numbers are at. TikTok
TikTok.
and Instagram too. You get some good views on Instagram. Hey,
My
Yeah.
kids,
Stream
my
y'all.
kids and my wife will legit just sit down on the couch and do nothing
step
but
up your game. I need to write the StreamYard CEO. You know, like
they need to.
it's a lot
They
of
need to
YouTube.
make it so you could just post it
Bro,
right on TikTok, right from streaming.
It's like once
That'd be
people
dope.
start making money, they get lazy, man. Like StreamYard been the same way
Facts.
for like who knows how many years, man. Upgrade that thing, man. Give us, you know, give us.
Better stream. Yeah, right. I know, right? Neil says better stream. Yeah, that's
Hey, don't
that
let
would
us
be the
come out with
equivalent,
a
like-
stream for the blockchain like a StreamYard for. Hey, Shane, that's another idea, bro. Let go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
A blockchain streaming platform.
Ain't
For the
ready for
Selena
that.
one? For the Selena?
Nah, Selena is way beyond that. Selena got a Twitter for the blockchain.
Let's let me share this over here, man. We got any Grifters, community members that can share the YouTube? There it is. Somebody finally did it. There we go. Everybody get in. I'm in there right now. Everyone get in.
Not Burst Daddy's photo always gets me, man. I just be like, man, I feel like I'm being attacked every time I see his profile.
Not Burst Daddy.
Right.
Today,
Not Burst Daddy.
this the first time Jazz saw that. He sent me a screenshot. He like, man, Junk's getting out of hand, Bert.
Yeah.
I said, what you talking about? He sent me a screenshot, man. I was dying laughing. I'm like, man.
Hey,
Every
man, I
time
got
I
this
see
one
him
at
in
the
my
flea market.
comments, I'll be like, man.
Flea market. We got a lot of flea markets in Houston, Texas. I'll tell you that.
Where they at? Don't tell my wife that.
What?
Man, my wife found out.
You don't know, bro?
You
Bro,
don't
they
know
got-
about that life. You got to go down Harwin, bro.
They got a lot of flea market out here
Yeah.
in Houston. What
Check
I
this
heard.
out. It was at like earlier. It was at like low 200s. They already gained about 100 holders, so they popping already. It's a healthy launch today. A very healthy launch today. It's in consolidation phase, but I would say this is definitely your typical sideways movement on after a catapult launch. So this is a healthy sign in my opinion. T Hobbs, you the TA guy.
So we're on the 5 minutes, so you know how I feel about just launching. But 5 minute, if we're looking at it, just call it for what it is. Right now, we're currently no. You want to go back to the 5 minute because it's more.
Yeah, there ain't
information
no,
on the
there's
5
no
minute.
time
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. So you want to, what we're looking at here is, I went over this in my video today. This is called a classic bull flag pattern, which is common on launch, right? So that first pole right there, that green pole, that first one, it kind of bull flags up and it starts the pole of the flag. And then naturally we cool off from that pole and we come down into consolidation mode. That consolidation is what we call the actual flag, the actual pennant. What we expect to happen out of that consolidation is we want to bull flag out of that and start the next leg up. So that's what we call a classic bull flag pennant. If it breaks out, it's an extremely bullish pattern. If it plays out, then we should be looking for the next leg up. But sometimes they can break down, right? It's not an exact science. It's just a tool. So
And a lot of it has to do with the fundamental analysis. We all know Grifters has a good roadmap. They've got a good concept behind their project, and the people behind the project, they come from 3.0. So they're very recognized and well respected in the space. So I would say that it was a well-planned, well-executed launch, in my opinion, and based off of the TA right now. Look at the bomb. This is not financial advice, but like T-Obs is saying, and what we're saying is that it looks like it's kind of consolidating here. You never want to buy, in my opinion, at the all-time high, which would have been way up here. So
Unless you're me.
unless you're a newbie, and then you learn the hard way. But if you are going to get in because you believe in the project, looking at the chart, I mean, obviously you would want to get as low as you could get in my opinion. But if this is sideways action, you look at other projects, this is kind of like how your traditional sideways action is while it consolidates. Then it has the next leg up. If you believe in the project, it's a good entry, right? Not financial advice, but just saying.
Yep.
exactly. I mean, from the all-time high, we opened up. There's an actual tool that you can do this on, but I'll just do it on my screen. But from the opening, we're up 328%. That's where the bull flag stops it. From open to close, we shot up 328%. Last I checked, buying at 328% is not a good plan. But where we are right now, right? We're currently sitting at about 137% up, which is a good range for an opening price, right? In the grand scheme of things, we're on the 5 minute chart. In the next 2 hours, this thing could go 1,000% up. So it just all depends. Like if you think we can gain another 200% right here, by all means, if you're confident, buy there. But it looks like we're forming a little this Doji candle right here. So can you switch your candles to Hakanashi candles in the top left? Yeah, come down to Hakanashi. So you see that candle that has 2 wicks, that red candle that has a wick on the bottom and a wick on the top.
Yep.
So that candle is called a Doji candle. What that candle means, usually it's a sign of a reversal incoming. So you see how we had that green uptrend, and then we got that one red candle, which is a sign of reversal. To confirm the reversal, you get that candle forming that you're getting right now, which is a confirmation of a reversal happening. Meaning we could be headed toward a downtrend. It could be small, but it's definitely possibly happening, right? If that makes sense in the TA world.
So I just dropped the link in that chart. Okay.
We got Grifter. Dustin is in the house. We're gonna add him to the stream right now.
Sweet.
Hey.
What is going on, Mr. Dustin?
What's going on, Dustin?
He's been busy.
He's on the grind today. He is on the grind today.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Man,
Good, how are you?
Mr. Dustin, how you doing?
what's going on, Dustin?
I tell you what, man, all these fucking time differences get me all screwed up, man. All these time zones. I was thinking, I was looking at my message to Bert earlier, and I was like,
You're like, we get in there.
Oh, Abe with Spades. Damn.
With Spades, man.
What's going on, brother? Shout out to the boy T.
Hubs,
Thanks
man.
for showing the love,
Hubs,
brother.
Hubs.
I made a Bobatama technical analysis video last
Hubs,
week.
you sound like you sound like you got a course that's about to come out pretty soon. Let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave a course last night, didn't I, Legal?
yeah, bro, he did.
Yeah, I
The
definitely
T-Hob,
did.
hey, the T-Hob's TA book.
Hey, man, listen, I just try to help out investors. I appreciate you, Ava Spades, man. I really like what I was seeing out of the community. I went into the Telegram. I went into the deep dive into the white paper, and I just took a look at the chart, man. I just do what I do. So thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah. Well, let's get introductions here. We've got Dustin from Grifter. Man, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. We covered a little bit of some just the basics real quick. I know everybody's been following this launch, but man, you must have a busy day. How are you doing so far?
We're good, man. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Fine.
I was gonna say I logged in earlier and it was like a 3 or 4 second delay and it was echoing, so that's why I jumped back out and jumped back in. Yeah, no, I looked at my messages to Bert on Telegram and I saw 5 o'clock and I was thinking, but it was 5 Central. You know, I'm on the West Coast and man, so it's yeah. So those time zones got me messed up. Yeah, no, we've been in and out of things. We're gonna be trending on Dex in a little while, which is cool. So we're trying to ride some of this momentum, and we talked to Austin Hilton. I think he's gonna get his tweet sent out today, and then he's gonna push his video out tomorrow. So
Cool.
yeah, man,
Awesome.
there's been a lot going on all week, man, all week.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Man, glad to have you, man.
Just to kind of like, we've all kind of been following and a lot of people have been following the Q&As, AMAs and everything. I just want to say, based off of what I've seen so far, I've been behind a lot of different projects on launches and stuff. And I'm very, very happy from what I'm seeing on my end. You guys have done a really great job with your marketing thus far. You had a very good marketing schedule to get the awareness out there. I feel like the launch itself was good. And then just the fact that you guys, like you just said, you already got Dax Tools training that's about to come. I'm looking right here. Yeah, your daily volume's already at 850K. So you're there, man. You're close to about 1 million in daily volume already. Perfect for Dax Tools training. And then on top of that, can you touch on like Coin Market Cap and Coin Gecko? Have you already applied for that as well?
Yeah. So one of the benefits for and so for those in your audience who don't know. We what's up, Hobbs? Good to meet you, man. We've been
Hey, good to finally meet you, sir.
Yeah,
hey,
my
man,
pleasure.
It's all good,
My pleasure.
I know you've been super busy, man. So we'll be.
But,
the shop will always be here. Don't sweat it.
Shop's open. That's cool. They no, I mean for those in your audience who don't know, we put our contract out on Tuesday into the public space to give everybody a chance to review it. Raise hell, do what they wanted to do. But, we did that for a couple of reasons. One, that allowed us to go ahead. We injected liquidity. We locked it down. And then by doing that, though, we're also able to go ahead and apply for Coin Market Cap. We're also able to start the work with some of the central exchanges and things that we're doing. And so I can see like there's something going on behind the scenes. What is it?
No, Abe's messing with me, man. He's over here messing with me. Abe's one of our loyal followers, and he's poking at me right now. But no, man. No, that's cool, man. And I'm glad. Like I was looking, you guys were already gained 100 holders. I'm looking over here. Let me share this tab right up here. You guys already gained about 100 holders. So, like you said, man, moving nice and steady, nice and healthy. Getting the word out there. You guys are doing a great job doing that. I mean, heck, man. So the Dax Tools training, do you know what time that's going to kick off at?
I think it's any time. I mean, I think that the crypto day rolls over at what, 7?
Yeah, I
7
think
Eastern, so that should be pretty quick.
it should be. I think it's like 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're right. There's like a 24-hour block. People that don't know, and I know this because I've been behind projects. There's a 24-hour block. It's like a train station. You get on, and then Dax Tools training. It runs for like 24 hours or so, and then yeah, like so if he's gonna get on, man, you guys are gonna get on here, and then it's gonna have the volume, and it's a good roll, man. I think you guys are gonna keep picking up some traction from here.
And then Coin Market Cap, Coin Gecko. When is that? Tomorrow? Today?
Yeah, I mean that's what we're hoping. That's what I was gonna say. So I actually sent a note to. We got a contact there in India and in Bangalore that we're talking to about getting that sorted out. So we're expecting probably tomorrow for Coin Market Cap. I also asked her about trending on Coin Market Cap to see if we can get that going as well. So
nice.
I mean, whatever we can do to to continue marketing, pushing eyes to the project, I think is going to be beneficial.
And you guys already updated. I'm assuming you already updated like your social profiles on Etherscan, or like sent those updates in. That usually takes a little while, but that's good. So yeah, get that Dex score up. It'll eventually get up to 99 out of 99.
Yeah, that's say devs on that. So
yeah, but no, man, everything's looking good so far. Let's go ahead and share this, share the chart right now, so we can show everybody kind of what's going on at the moment. And we're looking at this. Obviously, you got this is your typical like when it launches, a fresh project launches, you get this crazy catapult launch, everybody rushing in through the entry doors. And then it just kind of settles, right? So we're like at the settling mark now. And this is before Dax Tools training, Coin Market Cap, Coin Gecko. And then you got a big marketing plan, as you stated. So can you talk about anything else as far as the marketing? I know you said Austin Hilton. Is there anything else you want the audience to know?
Well, so we've got a couple of AMAs booked next week, waiting on confirmation. Really what we're trying to do is to, we want to get out to really sort of those base communities within the crypto space, right? So it's, Seda and Shib and Terra and Shinja and a lot of those, being able to touch base with their, I guess their kind of representatives in the influencer space, be able to bring eyes to the project. We're going to submit for Dojo Swap, obviously for Seda Mask as well.
Nice.
Our Jake G was like our community voted that they wanted us to do an AMA with Jake G, so I sent him over a note on Telegram. Reached out to him. Hopefully, we'll be able to schedule something with him. Kind of bring him into the fold. But I think beyond that, what we're looking at doing is, because we're going to be dropping the Grifters NFT collection in April, and so we want to begin to start to market that independently of the token, while at the same time marketing the community, right? And that's kind of doing outreach with some of the larger NFT communities. And fortunately, our big group of DGens and advisors are well entrenched in those organizations as well. So it's going to be a fun couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, definitely. And yeah, man, good old Jake Gagan, man. So he's a good guy, man. He'll be fun to have on the show with, and he definitely has a big community as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, I've heard good things about you through the crypto space. Can you go ahead, for the audience, our audience who don't know anything about you or the project, you want to go ahead and like kind of introduce yourself, what your background is, and then we can dive into the website?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Dustin. I'm also the project director, whatever the term is, but for 3.0 DAO, our organization was started in December. We've got roughly, I would say, 14 advisors really that are kind of advising us on a daily and weekly basis. They all come from varying industries, but they're all crypto fanatics just like the rest of us. My background is project management before I got into crypto, and I still do project management as well. 3.0 DAO, again, for people who don't know, 3.0 DAO is it's a DAO project, it's an advocacy DAO. The purpose and mission is really about building a strong lobby in DC to advocate on behalf of crypto, DeFi, blockchain innovation, all of those things. It's weird. We started this in December, and really January, it became almost the focal point of a lot of the politics and conversations in DC. attached to that organization, we also have our own super PAC. So we've started a super PAC with the Federal Election Commission. We've also got a 501c3 nonprofit and a 501c4, and we're working with 2 of the top crypto lobbies in DC. So that's kind of a little bit about that project. Kind of give you a bit of insight into what I do outside of Grifters. Grifters is a much different kind of project, right? It's not overly complex. It's, you know, in some form or fashion, it was summarized as kind of an angel investment project, and that makes a lot of sense. But it's fun, and when you see what we're doing in the NFT space, I think it's going to have a lot of that sort of meme quality that people look for in some of these crazy 1000x runners, you know. And it's hard for us not to drop all that right now, but we just, you know, we're keeping it close to the vest. But, you know, Grifters is, you know, it has 2 layers. One is the business case, which I think is somewhat obvious, but, you know, one of the most valuable assets, and I mean sort of asset in the business sense, is that a project has is their community, right? So you have these projects that come out, you know, they take 3, 4, 6 weeks building these communities that are, you know, 7,000 strong, and then they rug a few days into it, take a couple 100,000 out, and they leave millions on the table. And, you know, our thought process is if we're able to sort of intervene in those projects early on after they rug, then, you know, we can inject liquidity, we can inject dev support, marketing support, whatever those projects need, and then step away, right? And so what we get, and what do we get out of it is, it's fairly simple. One, I think if we go in and we help a community that has 7,000 members, we're going to pick up 700 or 800 holders, right? That'll bring in revenue to the project. And what it also does in terms of the tokenomics, we're going to, because I would say in almost 100% of cases, we're going to have to launch a V2 contract at least. And that allows us to modify their tokenomics and bring 2% of their tokenomics back into Grifters. So create sort of passive residual income for the project that translates into green candles, buybacks, you know, burns for our community as well. So the business side of it is fairly simple in my mind. I think the other part of it is, and knowing what you know about our role with 3.0 DAO, is that there's also an advocacy side to it. There's also an ecosystem side to it that, you know, if you think back to Suzuki, and I use that as an example because, I mean, I feel like everybody I know was in Suzuki and everybody I know got rugged, right? And it was, you know, it really kind of shook the foundation and the confidence in the whole ecosystem. You know, that's when we had RM docs and a lot of these projects that came out, you know, that were, you know, they were going to protect and defend against all rugs, and everybody now has to be doxxed, and all contracts had to be renounced, and all that sort of stuff that were really a product of people just lost confidence in DeFi, right? That's something that none of us can afford, right? Because it's, I mean, we love what we do, and if we start trying to over-regulate from within, we're no better than the government, right? And that's, I think that's part of what we do is if we can just help these communities rebuild, then you also help them rebuild confidence, and you know, it's just good for DeFi. So
I agree. And go ahead. Somebody have a question?
Oh yeah, just quick question. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the roadmap there. It's this first centralized exchange with a bunch of question marks. So my first thing is, how soon?
Monday.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, I was telling, I don't know, Shane wasn't on there yet. When we were, when I came on with Brad and Ryan earlier last night, I was playing around on CoinStore, and you can already deposit Del C into the into the exchange. So it's, I mean, they've already got it in the public space. So we're going to put out some marketing tomorrow on that as well, and then we'll actually be active on Monday. So
That's awesome.
Cool, man. Now, I want to ask something. Is there any project that is even attempting to doing what you guys are trying to do or aiming to do?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, but I mean, there may be. There's, you know, thousands of projects pop up every day. You know, some just start marketing.
I haven't seen one, and I think it's a very interesting project. Obviously, I'm not, and I always tell my people, like, whether I'm an investor or not, I'm not an investor because, like I tell everybody, if you're trying to invest into every project that comes out that you like, you're gonna go broke before you make money. But I appreciate great project. Yeah, I appreciate great unique project because I remember when we were talking, Dustin, and I was telling you, like, look, man, it's like in my wallet right now, I could name like 10 different projects. You know, I even gave you a certain project, which I'm not going to name that project. I'm like, look, they have a huge community. You're just waiting for something to happen. And I wish that we had that when you mentioned Suzuki, we had that during Suzuki to revive it because it had a great community. The crazy thing about
Yep.
Suzuki, they just had launched a game. There was another token that literally came out, if not the day of the rug pull.
Yeah.
And so this is what I like about your project, man, and it's definitely needed. I hope you guys succeed in your mission and to doing what you're doing. It's definitely needed. Could save a lot of people a lot of money and bring some hope back into DeFi, like you said.
And that side of it is good, and I enjoy that side of it. But ultimately, one of the things that we wanted to do with this project, and it was somewhat of a lesson learned with 3.0, is that that part of it's fun, that part of it feels good, but there's a real business case to this project, right? This project will make money, and it doesn't have to do crazy numbers or have a wild ass roadmap to make money, right? This is a fairly simple business model, and it's a highly profitable one with very slim margin, or with very tight margin or clear margin. So I mean, that's one of the things that I like about it. It's fun. It's going to allow us to get involved with other communities, but ultimately at the end of the day, we're going to make money, and we're going to bring money back to our community.
I agree. And so here are the tokenomics. It's 10%, which I think is a good place to be at. Everybody's familiar with these other three, but this one right here, Grifter Redemption, 3%. Can you please explain that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So that's so that tax is what's going to go in directly. We're going to use that tax to to fund the LP, to fund marketing, to fund mod support, community support, whatever those communities needs. That's what that wallet is specifically for, is to help other projects and to build.
Awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. And then you go down here, talks about your Grifters NFTs. The Genesis Grifters NFT drop will be legendary. You talked a little bit about that as well. It says the first 1,000 holders for Grifters token will be whitelisted for NFT mint. So, like I just said, everybody, I think they're at about 300 holders right now. So if you're interested in the Grifters NFTs being whitelisted, you've got time. Don't know how much time you have, but they aren't there just yet. But I think they will get there very soon. WinMint NFT Launchpad. You want to cover that?
Yeah,
Wait,
let me.
we...
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask, how do we whitelist?
Just buy some tokens and hold them.
Oh,
That's it.
That's simple.
And I could have sworn I got in the white list, but I forgot. I don't even know how to track.
Is there a minimum for the holder? You just got to be a holder of the Grifters token.
Yeah, it'll just got to be a holder.
Just have a wallet.
We'll be using Snapshot, I think, is what they said we're going to use for that. But one thing I can tell you about the NFTs, there's a couple of things. So we've commissioned Rare Labs. So if people don't know who Rare Labs is, they're the ones that their most recent collection was the Rare Pepes, and it's a derivative collection of the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Pepes. And it's a badass design, just the way that they did it, all the colors, and so we actually reached out to them, kind of half expected them to tell us they were too busy or to, and when they came back and said, yeah, no, that they'd love to work on the project, we were ecstatic, right? And so we've got an artist that we wanted. We like the work that they've done. If you go to their Twitter too, you can check them out. They're at rare_labs, I believe. But they do commissions, and so there's some of their work that they've done for other projects and things are on their Twitter feed. They're really, really interesting with the way that they use color and detail. The other side of that is we've partnered with WinMint, and WinMint is they're a launch pad for NFTs. And essentially, they're going to, help with the Discord, auditing the Discord, get all that set up. They're going to manage all of the engineering. They're going to put together the, the mint page on the website, all that sort of stuff. So it's really a full service, full service provider for as a NFT launchpad. So we're excited to work with those guys. I like all those guys over there. In addition to just being smart, but they're all just fun, cool guys to talk to.
That's awesome. And yeah, I mean, like you said, you guys have a really good, thorough game plan here, and I'm liking so far how you're organizing and structuring everything. And Legal Alien already brought it up before we even got to the roadmap that you guys already have a centralized exchange. So you guys aren't coming out the gate slow poking. You're kind of coming out sprinting, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, that's
I like that.
well, you know, I mean, I think that I think we're all aware that we're about to head into a bull market, right? I mean, it looks like it. ETH's doing its thing. BTC's doing its thing. And, you know, I think that what you really want to do right now is, I mean, you want to make an impact when you launch, but then you want to be able to sustain that, right? You got to have things that are going to give, you know, your community confidence to stick around, to bring in new people to invest. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And so here you kind of break it down. Pre-sale said 20% was allocated pre-sale. How's that? Is there a vesting period for that, or is that
No,
what's going on with that?
That's a lesson learned. Fuck me. Like that's a
He said,
God damn.
I have to ask for the audience, right?
No, I was gonna bring it up anyway. You know, like I was after we hung up on the call with Ryan and Brad earlier. Like I went through all of those cells and looked and notated in my list which one of those pre-sellers are never being invited back to a private sale. You know, and it's. But I also looked and I'm like, God damn, you know, that's 10 ETH, that's 12 ETH. He made 15 ETH off that, you know, and that's, you know, and you think, and I'll be honest, like my rationale, I guess, was misguided because I was thinking, well, they're in for a half ETH, and if it 10x's, then they'll get, you know, 5 ETH out of it. But you know, I think it originally ramped to 14 or 17, right? X to start, you know, and so, but anyway, now that's a lesson learned. You always, you know, we always got to vest. And I saw one of the guys comment that earlier. We did invest, but on the next one we will certainly be vesting. You know, we did hit our hard cap in 4 days. It was a successful pre-sale, I think, and we accomplished what we wanted to, which is we had, you know, adequate LP, you know, so that it didn't turn into, you know, one of those crazy projects. And then we also did quite a bit of marketing, as we talked about earlier. So. You know.
And no, definitely. And even though like the fact that you're coming out, you're saying this lesson learned, and it's what the devs, what the team does to how they react to it, right? To adversity. And you're coming out here swinging regardless. You're not letting that slow you down. We understand, those of us who've been in the game for a long time, and your chart, to be honest, I mean, it has a good consolidation period, not financial advice, but I think you'll be fine. I think the project is going to do what it's going to do, and you guys got a solid team and a solid game plan here. How long is the dev? I'm looking right here. Is there a dev wallet or anything like that?
So there's 3 wallets, but there's actually the 2 wallets that matter, which are the marketing wallet and the Grifter redemption wallet. And those are the ones that are taken direct. We have a 3rd wallet, which has all of the burn and exchange wallet in it. The burn and exchange tokens
for liquidity.
No, it was the one that we have, you know, we were going to schedule a handful of burns over the next, you know, few weeks, and that has roughly 600 trillion tokens in it, which is about 60% of supply. And so that's the one that raises the alarms. But the 2 main wallets are the marketing wallet and the redemption wallet.
Gotcha. And then it says doxing. Dev team is doxed via Certic KYC. Certic, y'all started that yet, or is that in the works, or what's going on with that? I see.
Yeah,
Certic,
well, so we have the same team for 3.0, right?
Gotcha.
And so we went through that process with them. We still haven't got the badge yet, and the reason is and this has actually been over a week and a half since I last did the video call with them. But I raised the question, is like, you know, so we have 3.0, now we have Grifters. We've got another project that we're going to launch end of April, early May, different type of project entirely. But, you know, does that Certic KYC badge, is it good for all of those because it's the same dev team? And he said he thought it was, but he was waiting to verify that, and I still haven't heard back from him. But we've been through the process. Everything is done. We're just waiting on that final badge.
Gotcha. And then here on your website, it explains about the opportunity, right? And you've already touched on like what's wrong with the space, how we've kind of lost faith. And then now there's an opportunity here to help out other communities, and it becomes a win-win scenario eventually, hopefully, right? And so have you found a project yet, or has the community found a project yet that they want to for the redemption, or is that something that you have a time frame for the first
No.
vote, or how will it work?
No, we haven't, and I don't think we're gonna anything that's happened within the last couple of weeks. I feel like we probably missed the window on being able to be effective and sort of maximize investment. And as a result, we haven't really shortlisted anything. I think in terms of kind of tactically how we're gonna attack all of that is really we're gonna decide that next week. Like I said, we've got a pretty broad range of experience on our team. Very diverse team in terms of their specialties. So I feel like we're really kind of prepared for most projects, that would come out. But I think exactly how we're going to do that, I think needs to be, more well thought out, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Watch out for Burt Token. That might be a good one to get behind later on for the redemption wallet.
Burt Token.
I like it, Burt.
It's coming.
Sorry, it's a little inside joke we have for our studios. It's like
We were looking for it last night.
Somebody going
for me, man. He knows where I live too. He's only 10 minutes away from me.
I could run to that man's house right now and slap him upside the head and run back.
Just do it on camera so we can all see it,
Yeah.
Hey, you mind if I ask a question real quick?
Go ahead.
So I'm a visual person, right? Like reading the white paper and all that stuff. Like I don't like to get caught up in it. I read it, and I try to absorb it, but in military, we like to see it, right? So for the audience that may be like myself, let's use an example, right? Let's use currency, right? That rug pulled the other day, right? Can you walk me through the steps of exactly how that would happen? How you would be beneficial to a project like currency?
So I don't know the details of currency, so
It doesn't matter. Let's just
I
call
was
it.
gonna say, so I'd be speculating, right? But
Yeah.
so and maybe I can go kind of meta sims. I think that was one that happened last weekend, and you look at that project, and they had it was like 7,500 people, I think, in their Telegram, and it was very energetic, very charismatic. All right, you know what? A better one is Mongoose Coin. Right after crypto Bitlord pulled all his money out of it, right?
Yeah.
So and I think that's a
Makes
great example of a community that we could have actually maximized that if had we been involved at the right time, and that you still had your key leadership, you still had this really charismatic community. They were working on the Mongoose, they had some kind of DAO thing, they had all those cool NFTs, so they're really diverse projects and the things that they were working on in their vision. But I don't think that they had. In terms of a V2 contract, they didn't have that. I think that they didn't have, I don't think they had the marketing funds to deal with it. And I don't think that, I think that what they were really lacking was sort of an overall leadership model that could sort of pull everybody into a single time frame. I think that in that type of scenario, we could come in, and none of it's simple, right? Obviously, it's complex. It's people, it's relationships, particularly people who just lost a shitload of money and they're pissed off about it, right? I mean, it's a very complex scenario. But if you come in with the vision, with the roadmap that says we've identified these as your immediate priorities, just manage it like you would any other project. That's the way I think about things. We identify you need some dev support. You're going to need to launch a new contract. You need some liquidity. We can help you with that. This is what we think you can do in terms of marketing. And you really need to kind of bring the community in to, sort of align that this is the vision, this is the path forward. Because ultimately, if the community doesn't get behind you, then the value is no longer there, right? Because the value proposition is really with the community. So there's a strategic piece to it, looking at, what is the opportunity with this project? And then tactically, how do we just summarily or systematically work through the gaps, and what resources can we offer that project? Does that make sense?
No. Yeah, no, it does. But here's my other follow-up question to that. My follow-up question is, are you familiar with green belts and black belts in process improvement?
Yeah. Six Sigma.
Yeah, Sigma. So do you have any of those members on board that would be willing to, I guess, come in and do process improvement? Because I guess what I'm missing is the actual, I know every project would be totally different, right? Like I understand that completely. So I'm just trying to figure out, is there a process, a baseline process that you go by in order to quote unquote fix the projects? That's all I'm asking.
Well, and I think that's a fair question. So the reason I am a greenbelt myself, and I wasn't thinking about it. I was going to say I wasn't thinking about it in that regard, but you know, and we have a couple of others as well that just because that's what they do for a living, you know, that's part of their. But I think that, I mean, you raise a very interesting question. Is you know, what type of project management system or would we be using to really address that problem? My background is I've been through several of the project management academy things with Chevron as well as with ExxonMobil. I'm Six Sigma, so I've been through a lot of stuff. I'm fully aware of what you mean, but I think that that's actually a really interesting way to frame that conversation next week with our team. Is what is our baseline?
Six Sigma. I think bringing in a Six Sigma for starters, right? Like, let's say, I know everybody in the chat and everybody on the panel can feel this one when I say it. Mononoke Inu, right?
Let's go.
See how everybody reacted? Everybody just reacted, right? Because Mononoke Inu is the project that everybody got behind. We really fell in love with the project. We really fell in love with the devs, but they have literally been slow bleeding us to death. They're not done by any means. But if you brought in a black belt, if you brought in a black Six Sigma black belt, a person that specializes in process improvement onto your particular team with your particular dream at the focus, I think that would be beneficial for your project, because I think that person could then create a process improvement plan that works. And if you fix Mononoke Inu, right, just as an example, right, now you validate your token and your processes. Now you take that same process and you move from project to project. And I think that's what we're kind of missing out of the white paper, in my opinion.
No, I think that's fair, and I really like that input and that feedback, because I think I think that's a great place to start. You know, one of the interesting thing is and the timing on it is really good as well. Is that next week I'm meeting with headhunters to fill. We've got a couple of spots on our team that I'm looking to fill, and I'm looking externally to do it. And I think that's a good conversation to have with them next week. So.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, this token has so much great opportunity. All right, think about a contract creator, dev, right? They could write codes and all. They've never launched a project before, or maybe they've launched a project before, but they can't launch it properly to make it successful because they don't know nothing about all the other aspects when it comes to marketing and all that stuff. So it's not even a dead project or a project that's about to die. You could help out. You could potentially also help out a project that, listen, I know the coding, I know all the technical stuff, but I don't know how to make this project successful. I don't know the marketing. I don't know all the additional things to add to it. Now you guys could come in and say, listen, man, we're going to provide you all the tools that you need to make sure that you could, have access to all the things that you want to have. You should have access to actually make this project successful. And you still could get your 1 or 2%. That's what I was thinking.
It's fun. So we were talking specifically about redemption earlier, but and I put him off because I was so busy at the end of last week and all of this week, obviously, with everything we had going on. But we've got a meeting next week on Monday with, and I don't want to give his name, but he's one of the guys he sold out 2 10,000 piece NFT generative collections, and he's wanting to launch a token. And so he's coming to us to help him launch his token, to go through all the marketing, develop his white paper, develop his front end, his website, all that sort of stuff. So we're actually going to be doing that. I don't know if we're going to be doing it, under the guise of Grifters or just under the guise of our broader team helping him out. There will be revenue, I think, but this is just one of those opportunities for me that I like his NFT collections. I like him. He runs these spaces that have 10,000 people in them. He runs Discord, calls that have 4,000 or 5,000 people in them. So I think that there's a big upside for our project just getting to work with someone like that. So.
Just kind of glancing through the white paper, a lot of the things that were on the website are on the white paper as well. And is there anything specific on the white paper that wasn't on the web page that you specifically want to cover? and point out?
No. Well, one thing I would say is we on the white paper and on the website both. I think it says that we were going to launch, or we were going to lock liquidity after launch. And because we decided to go ahead and verify the contract and add liquidity 2 days early, we went ahead and locked liquidity as well. And so liquidity has actually been locked for a couple of days, and that's locked for 1 year. I know that a lot of people, they don't even want to get into a project until they see that the liquidity's been locked, And so we went ahead and did that, and it actually feels kind of counterintuitive to me because, I was involved in on a couple of projects in the fall that they launched, and they locked the liquidity, and they actually launched a V1 and a V2, both with locked liquidity, and then they had to go to a V3, and so they had like $1.5 million in locked liquidity that they couldn't get out.
I think I might know what project you're talking about.
You probably do, but
I like what I'm seeing here. Bridge. Has anybody brought this up yet? The Everise bridge. I'm very familiar with Everise and what they do with their dApps and how they have the bridge, they have the locker system and all that stuff. What all are you plan to use with Everise? Just the bridge?
Yeah, initially, and I like Ray over there. He's one of the guys that I talk to, periodically. And we had talked with him about 3.0 before. And so when we got ready to launch it, so we're going to launch on BSC as well. I think that we're actually going to change the dates on that because of our listing agreement with CoinStore. I believe that we have to wait 20 days before we can list on BSC after that, but I need to get that verified. But we're going to list on BSC. And really the whole idea is like the revenue model is the same for both. Tokens are going to be the same for both. But, you use the ETH revenue to support ETH projects. You use the BSC to support BSC projects. But we're going to bridge the tokens, and we're going to use Everise to do that. And but we're also at the same time, we're also going to be doing the development work for 3.0 as well to have them go ahead and get the bridge set up for 3.0. So, yeah, I like those guys. I like the work that they're doing over there. I think it's they're a good team. Good team.
Definitely. And how's this? Is this date going to stay the same for the BSC? April?
No, that's what I was saying. Is like,
okay, gotcha.
Well, I'm not sure, because we wrote the white paper. It's been a couple of weeks, and it was before we had the relationship with the Central Exchange. And I noticed in our listing agreement that it says we have to wait 20 days after listing before we can list anywhere else. And so, but I don't know if that means multi-chain or not, or if that just means another Central Exchange. I need to get some clarification on that from them.
That makes sense. So the 50% burn, you said you guys are going to be rolling into within the next few days, few weeks. How's that going?
So we put a poll in the community, I don't know, a couple days ago, I think, to ask the question, what would the community prefer to see it, let's say 2,000 holders, we just burn 500 trillion tokens, which would be half. Or would we prefer to do, a certain amount at 1,000, a certain amount at 1,500? And to be honest, I haven't checked the polling because we've been busy. But kind of whatever the community's decided is how we're going to manage the burn. But
I got a question on the burn aspect, man. It's a lot of people that have said burn doesn't do anything, and some says, if it's done the right way, it's this and that. What is your perspective on the burn aspects of a token?
Honestly, you want my honest opinion? It's marketing. It's more about show, right? And I think that, but it depends. Like for projects like ours that have 3% reflections, projects that have higher reflections, I think early on, it's beneficial in the sense that you sort of create a deflationary mechanism for the token. But I think ultimately you kind of get to a point where it's no longer adding value to your community as a whole, right? It's deflationary, but I think you're better off going away from reflections at that point, really, and just lowering the tax, right? And,
right.
The buy and sell tax for your community.
Or start with a lower circulating supply.
Well, there's that, but there's no marketing value in that.
Yeah.
You're
throwing away marketing value.
I'm glad you said this, marketing value.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of people that says, well, you got a token that got 3,000 zeros. It's like it doesn't matter. Well, on a marketing standpoint, it does matter. Because me as a dumb, I'm looking at zeros. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, people, you could say you see a lot of token that come out with 5 zeros, 4 zeros. Guess what they're doing right now? Struggling, and they great projects. Right? You gotta speak to the dummy like myself. You gotta speak my language. It's a lot of zeros. I'm looking at dropping zeros. Like I'd spend $100 top. You gotta, just the whole mindset. The marketing speaks a different language than logic.
Yeah.
Well, it brings people in. Like I remember whenever Shinja was, one of the, I remember I bought in early to Shinja, and I remember going into Thanksgiving and they were gonna burn, like 16 sextillion. I mean, some big number,
It was, yeah.
But they were putting out these and they were marketing it in the right way, and like their Telegram was filling up. If you remember the early days of Shinja when it had
I
500 or
covered
600 people in there.
I covered the first video of Shinja, not because they asked me to, because I just went in there and went into Telegram group and did a live, and I'm like, I'm in the Telegram group of this token. And the reason why I did that, because they had a ridiculous amount of numbers, 69 6 trillion. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm like, and then I was like, it's like somebody, just all of a sudden just knocking at your door from out of nowhere. And I went into the Telegram group and I said, hey guys, we live. And one thing I told Cliff at that time, I was like, your token's gonna be huge. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you got a ridiculous amount of number. People's not used to that. And guess what happened? It really did blow up. So marketing is very important. Like, it doesn't have to make sense sometimes. It's just like it attracts attention.
I was going to ask you real quick for the DGens here that are watching. I know you said you've got Dax Tools training that should be popping up any moment. I've been keeping my eye up there for you. But do you have any DGen call channels that you're about to call out or anything like that with this? Or
so I'd be lying. I can't. I can tell you actually.
Or you might not be allowed to, but we all know. Is it one of the top 4 that that people should know? Yeah,
it is. And so we're, it's kind of weird. Is like I don't even remember how. I'm trying to think how he actually came. Oh, I know, it was Scott. So Scott's one of our private sale buyers, and anyway, he introduced me to Carito. I don't know if y'all know Carito. So Carito came in, and he's been running like mods and marketing, and he's a Dutch guy, and I don't know if he lives in New York, if he's living in the Netherlands right now. But anyway, he's really smart, and he's super connected, and he's got like this playbook of all these things and he's willing to share, and it's whenever you can bring people like that in as an advisor, it's so beneficial, because they just bring in a whole different knowledge base and things that was sorely missing from our organization. So we're lucky to have him. But the funny thing is the call that he actually got it for free because of the work that he does. So instead of having to pay that 2 ETH or whatever it is normally to do the call, we got it for free.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Yeah, man. Like I said, everything's looking good. You haven't actually, the chart went up a little bit while you've been on here, so that's good news.
Yeah, that's always. People love green candles,
Yeah. Oh yeah, most
I'm a
definitely. Fan. You're a fan. I'm a fan.
Oh yeah. I chase them.
You chase green candles.
Let's go.
But yeah, so what? Anything else that you can tease for us? Or I know, I'm going to try to get out as much as I can out of you.
He don't want to tell us about the NFTs.
I was waiting for that.
Like,
I really do want to tell you. I want to tell everybody about the NFTs, and we got our boy DTC, and I don't know if y'all know Dan. You talk about, he's one of our DGen advisors, and man, I think I'm gonna have to I'm like, DTC. I know you want to tell everybody, man, but I know you're excited. I'm excited too. But
just show me a little leg. Just show him a little leg. That's it.
Well, what's funny is because I'm actually sort of micromanaging the collection myself, and part of that is really about the secrecy of it, and but the artist sent me the just the avatars. He's like, "Are you okay with these poses?" And it's just basic shit. It's like something you would see like fashion models, right? It's like these are the before you put clothes and stuff on them, and so I shared that with him. He's like, "Is that it? Really? That's all you're gonna fucking give me?"
Will there be any type of reward or just if I were to be playing, will these NFTs just be like pictures attached to the
Just pictures.
blockchain?
Or utility.
So we talked about this, right? And I mean, and I think it's open ended at some point. Our roadmap is only 2 phases. It's short, and we did that on purpose in the sense that it's open ended, and we're gonna continue to build as we go. But I think that a lot of times you see these NFTs and they come out with these unrealistic, 5-phase roadmaps, and everybody's going to build their own metaverse, and their NFT is going to plant flowers and drive cars in their metaverse, and it's bullshit, and ultimately what you want to do is create badass art that people like and people talk about and it resonates with them, right? And that to me is its own utility, and that's what we're doing, and I think people are going to love it when they see it.
I respect that, because when we held some Twitter spaces, you have some people that really appreciate art just for art, right? And you have people that feel like NFTs should have some type of use case. So I respect both sides in any way, man, as long as there's people that actually appreciate what is being put out there.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's just like I'm just down to, I respect everybody that come out here and say, I'm going to do ABC and turn around and really do ABC. And not do A and B and forget C, that type of stuff, because that's what we've been seeing in crypto. It's like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna bring God from heaven, and next thing you know, you bring the devil from hell. Like, yo, I need this crazy. I'm just tired of this, man. It's like, it's just I love crypto. I love the community of crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that I don't love the community of a specific project. I love the crypto community because it's only 4% of us. I love that. I love the opportunity that we've been given. But we've been lied to so much, man. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And Grifters, you guys are aiming to do something major that is needed. Because honestly, man, if I knew during Suzuki, if I knew you existed, I would have called you myself. Like, Grifters.
Hurry up,
Brothers, these dudes need help out here, right? We need that junk, bro. Like, I was naming tokens in my wallet to these guys the other day. I'm like, yo, bro, y'all ever heard of these tokens? They all rug pull. Sometimes it's not even the fact that they rug pull. Sometimes it's they need help. They need help. They don't know what to do next. And they don't have that help, and then knowing that you guys are out there, and which I think marketing is going to be a huge aspect to the future of you guys' project.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's the most critical thing a project does. Until you get on this side of the dev curtain, it's hard for people to really understand. I think that you get a lot of people who go into their first project and they think, okay, well, I'm going to launch the contract and the community is going to take care of itself, and we'll just tweet a little bit here or there, and that's not how it goes. You've got to be willing to really get out there and dig and work hard. And and I say this not to say I'm the hardest fucking working man in business, because I'm not. But there are a lot of days when I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, just because that's what it takes to make this go. And I think when you get a lot of these guys that they come into it not knowing it, and then it's harder than what they expected it to be, and they don't really want to deal with it. They've never had to work that hard before, and they say, okay, well, the easiest thing is I can pop this 250K and we'll just go to the next one, and that's what they do.
So, you're not wrong about that.
I think the big test for everybody, where I think your project's really going to shine, on top of the marketing and just the word of mouth and everything that's going on now, is, and God forbid, but it's going to happen because you can't get rid of evil in crypto, but there's going to be a rug pull, and then we're going to get to see your project go to work. And I think that is also going to be a nice thing to see, right? Because it's something different that we're not used to seeing, the intervention and going down there and helping out a community. So while I'm not looking forward to it because it involves a rug pull, I'm looking forward to it, if that makes sense, like to see the good side of it.
I'm
No, I
looking.
agree. I mean, I have the exact same sort of the feelings about the whole thing. Is that
I'm
you don't
looking.
ever want to be. Go
I'm
ahead.
looking for a project being saved, man. I want to see that because
He wants
nobody
to
have
save
seen that
projects that
before.
aren't rug pulled already.
Yeah.
He's like, man, they need help.
Yo, let's save Mononoke,
This
bro.
is,
Yo,
I'm
yeah,
down.
that
I don't think
Is
they
it
want.
renounced?
I don't think they want to be saved.
They don't want to be saved.
Don't wanna,
Just
that sounds like a Kanye West song or something.
don't
like
save.
that.
No, it's a J. Cole
Damn,
song, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't save. Oh
And-
wait,
but
wait.
that goes a little bit deeper though. No project can really be saved if they don't want to be saved. That is true.
Yep.
That is true. Because you have access to everything. If you don't want to relinquish some of the access to somebody who could potentially help you, it's like, what can they do?
Yeah.
No.
Now I had a question, and a lot of people know I'm a think tank. So what if there was a project where devs were like, screw this, we give up. Let's go connect with Dustin and say, hey man, we're gonna leave. You want this project?
That would be the ideal scenario, and the reason being is that you haven't shattered a community yet. Even if they pull the liquidity out as part of their exit package, it's like a CEO resigning or something. Like it's even if they do that, that's fixable, right? If you go in with the plan, we could again, I think that's the ideal scenario in the sense is that we can offer them, the
You hear
technical
that,
support,
Mononoke?
marketing support, all of those things are available, right? And I think that in some ways it would actually be really good for the project, and then it gives them a fresh start, right? It gives them a whole new marketing angle to come in, new leadership or whatever that is, and it opens up the playbook.
Yep. And they can
That's a much
relinquish a contract to you. You guys can test it out, change access to it or whatever. There's a lot of different things that could happen there where you can get in early enough to, like you said, salvage a lot of the project and
So
not
now
let the community go through. Like, go ahead, Bert.
Right.
I got a question. Would that still apply for a renounced contract?
No, you'd have to launch a V2. But I say that it depends on. I mean, I think you'd want to launch a V2 anyway, just because.
So, but that would also have to do with the amount of holders, right? So if it, let's say Tama, right? Would you relaunch a V2 for a project of that magnitude?
Yeah, that's a complex problem statement. We'd have to take that one and sit down and figure out what that looked like, But it's actually not that complicated in the grand scheme. I mean, it's really not in terms of. I mean, the blockchain is immutable, right? So, that's the beautiful part of it is that the data is there, right? So the solution's there. You just got to figure out a way to do it efficiently, I think.
Which would probably be costly if we're talking about, say, Tama, right? It'd be very expensive, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about, right? If we're talking about launching a V2 contract and airdropping tokens to current token holders, not necessarily. I think where you would get into it would be with your liquidity, right? Making sure that you had ample liquidity to add the right kind of value. But again, I would just be speculating. I think that's a very complex discussion. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of what ifs and stuff. So, but it's good discussion though, because like you said, we haven't seen it yet. We don't know yet how it's going to play out. It's a very good concept. You guys have put a lot of thought into it. So like I said, I'm not excited to see it, but I'm excited to see the help come, and I'm curious to see how it's going to unfold and what challenges you're all going to face and what you'll learn from it. Because as you go through it, I'm sure you'll probably hit some hiccups and see what works, doesn't work, and then fine tune it for each rug pull thereafter, right? So it sounds all messed up, but I mean that's how it goes, man. Field experience. So
I personally like it because it's untapped territory, so we don't know what may happen. But honestly, personally, I just hope you guys are successful at what you're doing, because at the end of the day, we need something like this in the space, right? Not every project is successful. That's why I always tell people, I say, man, just don't expect just because you see this, your YouTubers talking about this, don't think it's going to be successful. But just know that what it could potentially mean for the crypto space if it does become successful. I feel like something like this, I would really appreciate it if it was out here, to give these other projects a second option instead of rug pulling, right? Just give them that second. Well, let me go ahead and reach out to Grifters. I can't take it no more, right? And that's that option.
Yeah, and I think making that known, right? I mean, putting that out in the space that you don't have to rug pull. You do have an alternative, right? And we're happy.
Yeah, you can actually do the work. Yeah.
Can I share something real quick?
You can actually do the work. Yeah, don't have to rug pull it. Do the goddamn work.
Did y'all know this? Last year, 2.8 billion in rug pulls. It's only 1% compared to 2020.
Yeah.
Last year, right?
You don't want to know what the numbers are for 2017 ICOs.
Wait, really? Oh, what is that? Hold on.
Was it really
You
that
don't know
bad?
about that, do you?
2.8 billion.
2017 ICOs, dude. Shit, go look.
Did
that
most
up.
did most of them happen on Binance?
No, dude.
Oh, don't
this
say
happened
that.
prior to that, like Binance, but no. What I wanted to ask Dustin, has any content creators, channels, or anything offered their services to you to cover for free? Like if because I would love Wealthyverse Studios. I know me, Mr. Bird, and everybody here would love to assist you with the exposure and getting the word out there when you go help these community members and projects that get rug pulled. We would like to help cover it and kind of push the guidance out there and get everybody together and kind of squash the heat and say, hey, let's get together. You know, we've got Dustin here and Grifters that are going to do what they can and just kind of spread the word out there, man. We would love to get involved with that if you could reach out to us personally.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. I mean, that's I think that lends itself to credibility, and I think it, I mean, that helps sort of create a bit of a buffer, that creates comfort for the project, right? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. And we want to cover everything that has to do with the crypto culture, man, because good, bad, like we just want to, at the end of the day, our number one goal is always to protect the community at all costs and all communities, right? So we try to do what we can, and we like what you're doing. We truly do.
That's what I like about Shane. He think about the stuff that I don't think about, but when he speaks, when he speaks, I get it. It's like, yo, dog, it's like, nigga, you just that other side of my head that I didn't think that existed. But every time he speaks, because the thing is, and what I'm saying is that there's other ways to make money. Because obviously we're in an LLC, we're in actual business, we got expenses, right? When people talk about these YouTubers charge money, like, yeah, bro, we got expenses. All right. But there's so many ways to make money out of doing what we do. But also give us the freedom to offer help and be beneficial and be helpful in the space that you don't have to charge everybody you come across.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that. That would be amazing. And I think that it's beneficial to the community for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's like a restaurant, there's a catastrophic event, they give out free food and stuff, right? So
yeah, but then they're gonna charge you for the ribs when you get in.
Right.
Yeah.
$20-$30.
Thank you, that guy. I appreciate it. I love the way you listen to my voice.
And Mike is what about my mic, Mike? That guy, what's wrong with you?
Y'all don't want to get me started, man.
Yeah.
My mic is
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like $70.
So real quick, let's go over Dax Tools real fast, because I know that's all the degens and people coming in want to take a look at this. Want to cover the contract address is here. If y'all go to Dax Tools, type in DELC is going to be the ticker.
I thought it was Del Crypto when I saw this.
Oh shit!
That's
funny.
So you're not wrong.
Yeah,
That's well thought out.
Yeah, no.
That was a good thing.
That's a little Easter egg. Some people caught it, some didn't. That's whatever I told my team.
Oh my God.
Jazz sent me a picture today, a snapshot of his, because he covered you guys at some point today, right? And he sent me a side. He's like, Bert, it's getting out of control. I'm sitting there, I zoomed it in. I'm like, you mean that token that's named after Del Crypto? He's like, no, man, it's just this guy that says not Bert's daddy. I'm like, oh, snap. But that was the first thing I noticed. It's crazy, man. Crypto's crazy. LOM.
Yeah, no, yeah, we all know Dell, right? And Dell has been less selective about some of the projects that he's pumped as of late. And so, when we were talking about disastrous launches, there's been a handful that he's been involved in, and so, the funny thing is, like, I didn't tell my team what we were going to do, and then whenever I didn't tell anybody what the CA was or the symbol, just me and our dev knew. And then whenever I told our team, it was like, holy fuck, no.
Yeah.
It's kind of an homage to Dell.
So hold up, did I call it right?
Yeah.
Ah!
That's funny as hell, man.
That was the first thing I noticed. But at the end of the day, man, this is why I tell people, I say, listen, don't listen to anybody in this space. Listen to them to have an open mind. Don't listen to them so you can make a decision as to what you should invest in, because nobody knows crypto. Like you may know a little bit more than others. But nobody get the whole picture, right? Because we all out here just because some of us got this mad following and this and that doesn't make you a freaking crypto specialist. It just doesn't. Shen is good as what he does, and you got Hubs. Hubs is an amazing AB, whatever he does. I'm like, bro, but you really cannot cover all aspects of crypto, and it's just you just can't. So use the information you're getting to make your own decision based on how you feel about a project, not just because somebody just said, hey, I like this project.
That sounds like
I'll tell you what, and I wish Hobbs was still here because he's a TA guy, right? He's the one that listens to chart.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I pulled out and looked at the 30-minute and the hourly chart, and like, we're starting to get that that trend line kind of going in the right direction.
There it is. There's a 30-minute chart. It looks good. Like I said earlier, man. It's a healthy launch. You had some sell-offs, but that's expected. That happens all the time. If I told you Binance dumped in 2017 and it looked like the chart got wrecked and looked like shit, it happened. It happens to every freaking token. I've never seen a token that just goes straight up and never drops. So
yeah, even Bitcoin.
Bitcoin looks like a rug pull sometimes.
We still don't even know who the dev is.
Yeah,
like
when's he gonna dox?
I thought it was Satoshi.
The only thing I could tell people from looking at Bitcoin, I've been watching this whole crypto junk since 2009. If I had take action, I probably would have been filthy rich already. But I watch, right? One thing you should know about crypto, especially right now in the altcoin meme-ish coin world we're living in right now, is I appreciate devs that do not give up.
That's all that matters.
Just don't give up. That's it.
And if you're gonna give up, give Dustin a call.
Call Grifters.
Right. Right. We'll take that residual income. Bring it on.
Because the thing is, it's a lot of people that have the mindset that Lambo gonna come tomorrow. A project launch today, Lambo tomorrow. And the crazy thing is, on the first hour, you're gonna have a fool on your Telegram group asking when Lambo. Then don't have no shame on even asking that.
What about win reality? Win reality. Win a solid project.
Because you imagine Apple is still creating updates. Microsoft is still creating updates. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with Facebook. Because every now and then we got, what's his name? What's the CEO name?
Facebook's a dinosaur.
Zuckerberg is on some type of panel answering questions about people's data, right? You can stop it, people.
Yeah.
I just want you to have a plan for the future, and you telling me that you're constantly working towards that future, and you actually consider yourself as a legitimate company. That's the problem with crypto. You are a freaking company. Stop it, bro. And this is the problem with some of these devs. If you can't be a marketer, get some marketing people in your team. If you don't know finance, get some finance people in your team. If you just know coding, don't just come out with you build a team, because you're running a business, because you have holders, people that are investing. That's a business.
That's true, and we're a C corp registered out of Texas.
Yeah,
right? And we did that on purpose, and it's an umbrella for our projects, right? And it allows us to take that revenue, taxation, and things that go with it, but it also allows us to set up payroll and do other things, because if you want to be a serious organization, you've got to retain top talent. You've got to be willing to grow and scale, right? And that's what we're trying to
Yep.
do.
One of the things that I've always told Project, and I see that's happening a lot right now. And before that, you used to have people come out and they have no type of marketing prior to launching, and they just come out and expect all of a sudden. And it used to work, right? It worked with project like Mononoke. No offense to the Mononoke community, they're still kicking. I respect them for that. It's just project used to just come out, but now I'm seeing more projects coming out. They have a marketing plan. They start marketing ahead of time, build a community. Okay, which means that people's gonna ape in right at launch. And I think that's the proper way to go. You have to build a community behind your project. You know, it's like, why not? You know, you knew you were coming out with a project. The idea is to market it and build a community behind it. So that way on day of launch, your Telegram is not empty.
Yep.
You know. So I think it really shows that you guys know what you're doing, and you executed that launch pretty well. This is pretty much why you have a community behind you right now. And look at this, you guys been doing AMAs all week.
Busy
Yeah, y'all
week,
doing
man.
it the right way, and you're going out there showing your face. You're letting everybody know what the project's about. I like it. It's my style. This instills confidence for sure for me. And this is just me, right? And y'all know me. I'm pretty picky. I like to dive in, vet projects, and look for red flags. And clearly, you know, Dustin, I appreciate you coming out here doing what you're doing. I like the marketing plan. I like the project. I like what it stands for. And I like, you know, the launch has gone very smooth, besides the little hiccup like you discussed that you learned about. But other than that, man, I mean, I think you guys will be completely fine. So I really see a smooth going from here.
I appreciate that. Are you guys all going to be on with the big group later for the Thirsty Thursday?
Thirsty Thursdays, probably. So we've been on a few times. Yeah, Sandstorms. Yeah, we're all connected in a you know, we've got all the connections there, and we might be. You're gonna be hanging out over there later?
Yeah, we'll definitely be tuned in.
Oh, today is Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Thirsty Thursdays, man.
Man, I gotta get me a bottle. Is Austin gonna be there? Damn.
That's what he said. Brad said Austin was going to be there later. So
it's always fun, man.
And real quick, for those of you who don't know, this is Grifters. Obviously, go to their Twitter page. Please check it out at Grifters Project. That's the handle, and then follow them, like them, check out the website, and on Dax Tools, it's DLC. Make sure they just launched today, not too long ago. And let's take a look real fast one last time at their holders that it was at like barely under 200 earlier, and now they're at 304 holders. Nice. So they're steadily growing. Definitely early. We all know less than 1,000 holders, you're early. So it's looking good, man. Chart's looking good.
What do you guys what should you guys get out of these AMAs, right? It's just this, because I know everybody here is a part of a project and you are on the Telegram group. If you notice that you're a part of a project and you're in the Telegram group and you feel like the ship is sinking, recommend Grifters. That's pretty much it. And I think this is what it is. Recommend Grifters. If you feel like the dev can't handle it, just be like, hey, man, you know about the Grifters?
I think that's good. That's good advice. That's good advice. We need to put that out.
That's the marketing, right? So
I was gonna say we'll put a little commercial out on YouTube. You know,
this is why I told you, Dustin. Marketing is gonna be your biggest weapon for this project, because a lot of these devs need help, and they don't have nobody to turn to. Guess what they do? They don't. I wouldn't say they rug pull. We had a project. I'm not gonna say the name of the project. They put out a project during December for Christmas, New Year's, and they didn't even expect to do as well as they did, but they did it. But they just came out with the wrong marketing aspect, the wrong name, and you know you could not prolong that because it was actually made for that time of the year and that period. But you know, these guys could write a good. They coders. They good at coding, but they could not run a project. You know, just when I hear about what you guys are doing, I'm like, man, what if, you know, me and Shane went out there trying to help him out and give him advice, but I don't know what happened to him. Maybe Shane could tell me later.
Yeah, you know how that is. Some people take advice, some people don't. It's all good. But hey, if you ever need us to come in person, we're in Texas as well. We're in Houston, Texas. Me, Bert, and Alpha, Legal Alien, not
Legal.
Alpha. Alpha's not cool.
Yeah,
like
I'm
we are.
on the other side. You know,
Where
It's
you
gonna take me a
at?
minute.
Where you at, Alpha? You never tell us where you at,
I
bro.
did
Where
tell
you at,
y'all
on Mars
many,
or-
many times. You know what it
Where?
is. You don't be hearing me. You don't be
Let me tell
hearing me, bro.
let me tell
That's
no, it's
funny.
not I don't be hearing you. Bro, I talk to so many darn people, bro. Like when I put
But you
my
don't talk
phone
to so
down,
many people at once. So, okay.
no,
So,
but
yeah.
bro,
What's up?
hey, I'm really bad. It takes me time. Even Shane is lucky he stay right next to me.
Not you forget all
Right?
about it.
And
You're lucky.
What you mean, bro? What you mean? But nah, listen. Let
I'm
me
in
tell you
AZ,
something.
brother.
These two guys right here, Dustin. You got Legal Alien. You got Alpha Male. There's another one too. There's Baffles. Okay. I respect. This is the thing is this whole YouTube game is changing. And it's a lot of people that are working together to do the right thing. There's a lot of YouTubers out here, whether you love them or not, they're out there working to do the right thing because we know what our position are in the space right now. So it's always good to reach out. You know what I mean? If you reach out to this person, you don't reach out to the next person. Because now, before we didn't communicate, now we communicate. And we want to help everybody as much as we can. We can't save everybody, but we want to help everybody that wants to be helped.
No, I think that, and it's enjoyable too. You know, I watched part of that Thursday last week. It's it's an interesting dynamic watching everybody kind of play off each other, laughing, telling stories, and
Hey,
because y'all are all kind of doing the same thing, and you kind of all do it in your own way. You
hey,
know?
Dustin, let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. How long you been in crypto?
About a year, not as long as most.
Have you when it comes to what the biggest aspects of crypto promotion, and this I'm saying this because I know there's a few devs that's watching me right now, and they listen, without a YouTuber, everybody that are invested in crypto, whether you a dev or you an investor, without a YouTuber or a shiller, your project ain't going nowhere. And this is why I hate when people talking about shillers should not shill, YouTubers should not talk about projects. It's your doggone homework to go out there and do your own research.
Mhm.
You know, I was talking to Ryan about this, Ryan and Brad about this earlier. You know, and that's we got so much criticism and FUD on Twitter. You know, people are saying, "Well, you're paying for all this marketing beforehand." I'm like, have you ever run a fucking business? Like,
Yeah.
do you understand this is how this works, right? Do you want to be invested in a project that's not marketing? I mean, what is your alternative? You know?
And Dustin, I would agree with anybody that says that and have a platform that have a systematic way of marketing crypto. The only systematic way of marketing crypto right now that we know of is either you use a YouTuber or you use your shillers. So until you
So we're doing so with 3.0 DAO, and it's a much different kind of project, and we've signed up with Crowd Create, and we're doing they have some strategy stuff, but it's really about VC and influencer outreach, right? Trying to do that, and it's about raising investment capital versus this type of project. And you're right, I don't know any other way to market these kinds of projects than other using shillers or YouTubers. Right?
You know
Or
my
just
thing.
influencers.
You know my thing is, Dustin. Everybody that's out there. That's why I do not talk bad about a project. I do not, because if I talk bad about your project, I'm talking bad about your community. I hate doing that because I'm still an investor myself, right? I know how that feels, right? So let's think about it. If there's no way to market crypto, what are the other ways that we left with? It's your regular YouTube, social media shillers and your regular YouTube shillers, right? YouTube talking about crypto type of stuff. And I'm like, yo, these guys are not being appreciated. You know, now there are some of us that are not respectful to the devs and the community of these projects. And this is one thing that I'm big on. We need to respect these projects. Because by respecting the community, by respecting the projects. And I feel like, listen, every project that most people are invested in, if not all, you are invested in it because you've heard it from somebody who shared it on social media or a YouTuber that spoke about it. And especially
that's
some
fair.
of the ones that got financial freedom. You need to respect these people, because should we stop, and we put a lot into making crypto what it is today, sharers, YouTubers, and this and that. And that's coming from somebody who really used to do this for free, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the attacks that comes for, Zach Humphrey, Austin Hill, and all these big YouTubers. I'm like, why you guys are attacking these guys, bro? Like, the reason why you could call yourself being a millionaire in crypto is because you probably watch one of these guys and jump onto some of these projects that they talked about, and now you become a millionaire. Now you're not respecting the ideology behind the promotion of crypto the way that's what we have, until somebody come out with a different platform, Selena. And how you Shen, you like how I threw that in there? Yeah. Selena. Until you come out with a different type of Twitter app to give people access to something that is solely based on crypto, and until you do something better, just don't blame, don't criticize, just appreciate. Matter of fact, I personally would take advice. I love advice. Wealthyverse would not be here if I didn't speak to Joe. And Joe was an investor in Heroes
Token and
Heroes Token. He says, Bert, I see most of your videos, you about Saitama, blah blah blah. And when I started getting away from that, but I still had the name Say to Bert, he says, bro, I think you need your own identity. So I said, you know what? I don't know this guy, but he made sense. So I changed my show to Mr. Burt Show. And then after that, I did that for about maybe a month. And then after that, I met Shane. And he was like, nigga, like, yeah. I was like, okay, bro, like, you ain't got to tell me that. But
I didn't say that, by the way. I just gotta clear that for the air real fast.
But no, but you this is
this is not financial.
That guy says
gonna get me in trouble. I still got a full-time job, bro.
So yeah, man, we have an opportunity here to make some amazing things happen, and this is what I like about what you're doing, Dustin, with Grifters, man. It's not known to most people. It's something different. It's something that could change the game. You know what I mean? We deal with a rug pull every day. We're about to get into the bull market, so it slowed down a little bit. After the bull market, we're gonna get into the rug pull season.
Dustin's ready, man. That bull market comes. Holy shit, man.
I'm ready for that. Let's all get
2% here and there, 2%.
Yeah, right. I mean, you think about that. You get 10 projects, fuck,
20% right there. Man.
That'd be beautiful. So, well, guys, listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking time, and I'm looking forward to your show tonight. We'll watch part of that as well. And let's catch up next week, or as we get closer to the NFTs for sure. And then, if and when the next rug happens, we'll maybe we can tag team it and figure out what to do.
That sounds great, Dustin. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show, man, and thank you so much. I know you got to get going, and we'll wrap things up over here. If you got to get off the air, I'll make sure everybody sees the contract, knows where to go in case they just jumped in right now. See, we got tacked back up above 40 viewers. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Look forward to your success and everything like that.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for stopping by.
Mr. Bird, always a pleasure. Legal Alien.
Likewise.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon, brother. We'll see you soon.
So yeah, DF Dread trying to get Shane in trouble.
Yeah.
He's like, man, catch me slipping, bro. I'd be like, what if I would have been like, I said that. Like, what? I don't even know what the heck he's saying, dude.
I was hoping Shane would come out and be like, nigga, you just gonna put me out like that?
What, dude?
Damn, nigga, I thought we were cool.
Dude, we're cool, bro, but you trying to get me fired or what? Dude?
Damn, cuz I ain't quit yet.
He's
man.
like, he's like, this is how I'm gonna get Shane to do YouTube full time. I'm just gonna get his ass fired.
I'm a force his hand.
You know, it's only a matter. It's only enough time you could say nigga for somebody feel like they should repeat it.
Right.
I don't even know if I should be laughing right now. I'll probably get in trouble.
What you
for that.
mean, bro? Like, did you watch what the movie called? Is what the heck that movie
Which
called?
one?
That white boy in the hood.
Which one?
Shane ain't white.
Huh?
Come on,
Hey, that's the, I'm
He ain't white. He Filipino.
I'm half Filipino, man. You see
Hey,
how
why
dark
you
they
think I'm
get?
talking? Why you think I'm talking to him like
Nope,
that? It don't matter if
exactly.
it don't matter if you are white. I get it, then, man. Like, listen, man. Let me tell you something like this. We could go into a whole different story in the whole aspect of this thing, man. We could go into a whole different story, man.
Oh man, this is on my LinkedIn profile too, man. Holy shit!
Like,
They gonna look at.
hey, Shane, I'm the one talking. I'm the one talking.
Caucasian.
I'm the one talking. Everybody that's watching on LinkedIn, forgive
Take away
him.
his perks.
Forgive him.
He's gonna
Take away his
replay.
perks.
Shane was laughing. Shane was laughing. Shane was laughing.
That has nothing. No. Seriously, guys, that has nothing to do with Shane. That's all on me. And then I'm entitled to speak the way I speak. I'm entitled. You know,
Oh man.
I'm black and I'm from Haiti, so I could, you know, like I got the pass on top of a pass. Yeah, so don't blame that man. Just, you know, I got a passport to say what I'm saying. You know?
You ever seen that movie? What was it called, man? Tropical Thunder. It's y'all ever watch Tropical Thunder?
I had to watch that, please. It was like,
oh man, dude, you can't even make a movie like that.
And you know, this is the problem that's going on
That
in
was
crypto
hilarious,
right now, bro. Guys, this is what's going on in crypto right now. We forget to laugh.
yeah.
We forget to laugh. We forget to address people
What's up, Steve?
as if they are human. This is the problem with crypto right now. I think people so lost into, you know, when limbo type of mindset, you forget that everybody is human. See, what I'm talking about is not, see, people may look at it like no, it's cultural. See, what I'm talking about is a cultural conversation. This is why I could talk to Shane the way I'm talking or anybody in here, because it's a cultural conversation. Nobody here is offended. I'm not offended. Nobody's offended. Hell, it's coming out my mouth. You know what I mean?
It's coming out your mama.
Yeah, it's coming out my mama too because she made me. But you know, get what I'm saying. You know, like you guys, and this is the society. And for my older folks, you know, this is what's missing in life. We forget how to have a good time. We take things too seriously. See, niggas be trying to act like they still in bondage. Nigga, you free now. We forgot. Have a good time. It's okay. We're in a space where we could make money, have a good time. And rub shoulders with people probably like 50 years from 50 years ago, we probably wouldn't rub shoulders with. But this is a different time. This is our time. We have to make a difference for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to come. It's very important that we understand that. But it's very important that we respect each other. And crypto have given us that opportunity. It's up to you whether you want to choose it or not. But I guarantee you, if you don't choose it, you're not going to last.
Wait,
Bert.
what that guy?
He's offended, Bert.
Yeah.
You guys send in the
Bert's always
child.
That guy, change.
Black needs a Mexican.
That guy, I'm not your daddy. You need to darken. You see that? You need to darken your emoji a little bit. Make it a little bit darker, then I can relate.
What happened to not Bert's daddy? Where did he go?
Yeah.
It's gone. This guy's gonna really make me make that T-shirt. I'm your not your daddy T-shirt.
You know what? I should make you a wealthy verse shirt.
Can you do
just
that
like
for me? Can you?
On-
I told my wife that I'm like, man, I should have that wealthy verse look, and I'm not your daddy, or something. Maybe Bert images. I don't know, but it's very
Not
important.
you, it should be on the
Yeah.
back in big, like on a jersey.
You know what? We should have our custom. Like, what would be mine?
Hmm?
What, like yours is not your daddy. What would mine be?
You
not
haven't
This is-
you haven't created
I
that.
haven't
yet.
established.
I'm
This
not
is what
your-
Shane
I'm not-
said to
I'm
Bert.
not.
Bert token.
Bert fan token.
Bert token.
See, that's dumb. That don't do that because what you're gonna do,
Don't
you're gonna
do that.
no, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna inspire somebody to create a bird token, and I'm all for it. I don't mind it. I just don't want a bird token in
reminds
the
me.
rug pool.
I gotta holler at you, Shane. I forgot, man. I meant to, but you be
Uh-oh.
busy.
Uh-oh. Was it what we talked about the other day?
Nah,
Yesterday?
no. This is what I was talking to Bert about. I had a light bulb.
Oh
I had a
damn,
brain
he
fart.
went in with that one.
Shane is the redheaded stepchild. Yes, I am.
That man ain't even got no hair. What you mean? Talk about redheaded.
Whoop.
He got to have
Redheaded.
hair for him to be redheaded. That guy.
Man, redheaded stepchild.
The stream on Wealthy versus Blurry. I'm watching legal stream also, and it's clear.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
because Bert is hosting.
Hold on. He's watching legal stream. How the heck legal stream is clear?
Because we got it streaming on Legal's channel too.
Yeah, but why is
Hey,
all?
streaming on my
all-
channel. Well,
Go check YouTube. I mean Twitter. Twitter
What is
stream. Is
WV?
it blurry on Twitter?
Wealthy
Oh,
verse,
the
bro.
YouTube-
Dang, dog. Kicked off
I
the
didn't-
team, bro.
Yo,
Kicked
I'm
off
praying
the
for him,
team.
bro. I thought he
Gone,
was
bro.
talking about a platform,
Next.
bro.
change your
Alpha.
setting.
Alpha male, man.
said
Hold
it's
on,
clear.
dude. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta move this guy to the bottom, bro.
Yeah, no, it's clear.
That man
I'm
just
watching it on- on
kicked you
Multiverse.
down. I don't even know how to kick people down yet.
Oh, bro.
I'm just
It's abuse.
you see how evil shit.
I
Crazy
removed
people.
him, bro. He talking that
Crazy
shit.
piece of work.
He's still talking. He's still talking. You see how shit? Boom, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Man, dog, that man just took me out. Hey, let me tell you something.
Bro, what you say, dog? Go bring your ass back out there, dog. Talking all day.
You on timeout, man. Damn.
I'm just speaking the truth.
He put you in the corner with no juice box or nothing, man. No crayons, no juice box. He just
All
put you in
right.
the corner.
man.
You know, that just
Time
let
out.
you know. Hey, y'all just know. I just let y'all know. Don't piss Shane off, because boy, I've been doing this for a little while. I still don't know how to put people in timeout.
He's like,
You think I'm
putting people on timeout,
you think
dog.
I'm gonna piss Shane off? Hell no, I'm gonna piss him off after I figure out what he just did. Damn, dog.
Like, what was
like,
that magic
Oh,
trick?
man.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you were brothers. Like, what the heck is going on, nigga? I just got put on timeout for nothing, for doing something I ain't even know I did.
We'll go hit that Italian restaurant after this show, man. Go get a drink.
Oh,
My
man.
wife been ordering from that joint like at least twice a week.
It's good, right?
Heck yeah.
Wait,
No,
what
I'm
place
serious.
is it?
I gotta go take the kids to go eat. You want to go meet over there after the show? Bring the kids.
I gotta ask my wife.
See if she ordered food already.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
grocery shop today. She didn't order food yet at grocery
Yeah.
shop today.
What's this
so-
place called, bro?
And,
It's called the
Or you can just put it in the
mm.
No, I'll tell you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anybody wrong?
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
want that
let's keep it a
smoke. Hey,
secret.
We'll have
hey,
some-
ain't nobody. Hey, I'm in Houston, Texas. Y'all want to roll up? Y'all don't want that smoke.
Some wealthy verse
Oh.
fans show up too,
Yeah.
bro.
Get the wealthy
I
verse
don't think-
discount.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
we don't ever really sit and eat there. We just order and pick up. So
You gotta
it's
get
good.
out the house,
It's
though,
good,
bro.
Like that.
You can't. Hey, Bert, you gotta get out the house, dog. You know, there's a door.
I get out the house when I
Walk
come to your
outside.
house.
I had an idea. I had another brain
Oh.
fart.
Dread just had it set on auto. That's why.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That quad-
Another brain
that
fart. You're gonna like
quality-
this one.
Jesus. See, bro, I'm telling you, it's not running right now.
It's Adriatic Cafe, right, or some shit like that.
No,
It's a
called-
really good-
No, not Adriatic Cafe. My wife would know, but she's not here.
Yeah, it's Adriatic Cafe.
Is it really?
Here. Yeah.
That Italian junk?
Yeah. It ain't no junk. This shit got almost.
Well,
a
it's
5-star
good,
review.
right?
It's good as hell.
Comparing to what you call it? What's that Italian place that Olive Garden?
Olive Garden, bro.
I think it's better. And not I think it's really better than Olive Garden. Because they do the chicken Alfredo just right. And I'm like, yo, bro, like y'all don't put enough Alfredo sauce in that chicken Alfredo.
Yo,
About Legal Alien. You want to go meet after Legal Alien? Let's go eat. No.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna meet up Legal Alien.
We're supposed to be meeting Legal Alien at some time. You know, you still illegal,
bro.
Us,
he's
bro.
not illegal.
Like,
he's
Illegal.
legal.
He's illegal. Damn, Bert.
It's up in the air, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, right.
I can
It's up
say
in there.
this because I'm not from the United States as well, but I'm legal.
So-
Okay, so shoot.
Legal Alien.
So
Bring your
what,
credentials,
rocking
bro. I'll check
diplomatic
them.
immunity now. Really?
I'm saying this because Baffos came from out of nowhere. I still don't know where Baffos from, but he came down here and met us.
That's
And
what's
he
up.
shared out. He drank out the same cup
where
as
is
them too.
Baffos from?
Just met him.
Ooh,
What
Lions,
state
right?
is Baffos leaving? He's a trucker, so he don't
Damn.
stay nowhere.
Legal. Dad
Isn't-
just said
isn't he
that
in Texas
up in the
too?
air.
Baffos? No, is Baffos in Texas?
I
don't know,
so.
Shane,
I
is
think I saw that
Baffles
on
in
Twitter.
He's in San
Shane knows everything.
Antonio. He's in San Antonio.
Yeah, see, I thought so. He ain't far.
Bro, who's coming to California with us next couple weeks?
It's up in the air, actually.
Man, you better bring it down to the floor. What you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's
Yeah.
just gonna be fun,
It's
bro.
up.
I
It
got
could be
iron
up in the air.
I'm
or the
never,
floor,
hey,
drive,
I'm
fly.
never excited when it comes to meeting strangers up until now. Like never.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know these folks. But up until now, I'm like super excited. I was talking to my wife earlier. I'm like, damn, this is gonna be fun, bro. What you mean? You know, we're trying to get the what you call it, the suite. I think Shane got it. We couldn't get it.
Man. Yeah, I mean, like I said,
It's a little
up
bit
in the air.
expensive,
It
you
was, it was
know.
being discussed last night.
What you mean? This business expenses.
That's true. That,
Business
actually,
expenses. See, this the thing is, with not being a regular YouTuber, you can write off certain expenses, you know, and relating to what you do because you're
That
not
is
a
so
regular
true.
YouTuber. See, it ain't Mr. Burt show no more, so
and I'm so
you can write that off.
Yeah. You can write it all off.
And it's a business. It's actually a business trip, so why not?
Legal Alien. You did you book at the hotel at the same spot that I sent
No,
you?
I haven't checked out the thing yet. Actually,
Better hurry up.
Mm.
It would just went up $50. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Yeah, plane tickets about what 1,300 right now.
You definitely want to
Something
wait
ridiculous.
before the new month comes because the rates always go up. Sometimes like as it gets closer.
Send me the link too.
Shane, I like the hotel,
here, I
man.
can
I'm
send it to
seeing
you,
the
man.
whole the resort I'm seeing, man. I like it.
Did you get the ticket already,
Which one?
I like
yeah,
the
I got the
ladies.
ticket already.
Bert? Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talking
the
about
ladies are handling that, man. My wife, your wife, they're doing their thing. They got their own thing going on.
So this
Yeah.
is
What-
Grifters right here. So
I think
just make sure real quick at Grifters Project, take a look at them. Dax Tools as well. We've been showing y'all everything. Dustin just got off the air. Oh, look at that pump. All because of Wealthyverse Studios. This is not financial advice.
It
but
is.
it was at the low twos. It went up. It actually went up the whole show and went up. So you can you see that, Dustin? We were worth it. Nah.
That guy said, bro, y'all in Houston? No, nigga, we not in Houston. Stop it. Nah, we not in Houston. Come pop up in whatever ball we in. Talking about, nigga, I'm that guy.
We in Houston, bro. Y'all all in Houston?
Yeah, we is.
I'm in Houston, bro.
Except for Alpha. Alpha's not in Houston. At least he's not
I'm
in
in
Houston.
another world.
At least he's not in Houston yet. I've been to let me tell you guys, I've been to every single state in America except for Maine.
Why?
Yeah.
Why only Maine?
You ain't missing
Huh?
nothing.
Because
Why
they
only
never
Maine?
they never sent me to Maine.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, hey,
And,
let's do this. Let's do this because this episode's a live Q&A for Grifters.
All right, let's
Y'all want to kill this one and then start a new one so that way kind of give this one dedicated to
I know,
grifters.
man.
Well,
'cause
It's gonna
grifters,
roll
yeah,
completely off topic, and
'cause
then
you know how we do, boy.
yeah. We
be out here act like we ain't got
who
no
can
life.
who can stay after this one?
I got another 15 minutes left.
Okay,
I mean, you
gotta
can't
go.
stay.
Legal Alien, he always available.
And
Right.
well, the next one, let's drop it on the YouTubers chat. Whoever want to pop in could pop in.
Oh, they got Thirsty Thursdays, anyways. I'm probably gonna go
Oh,
eat.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
let's just chill and then go to Thirsty Thursday.
yeah, let's do that. We'll meet everybody at
Yeah.
Thirsty Thursdays, man. How about that?
All right. Sounds good. Y'all gonna go get
So-
some grub, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go eat real quick. I'm freaking hungry.
Shane, make an appointment for me, man, so you can sit down and hear my idea, man. You gotta. I need you. I'm gonna need your 15 minutes.
Here, just right now. We get off the air right now. Spit it. Let's go.
Sorry.
No. Was that beatboxing, Shane?
He was passing gas.
Man, that sounds like you were running out of breath, bro.
Hey, I can
Oh, my
freestyle,
man.
bro. Who wants to challenge me, dog? I used to do underground.
Hey,
Nah.
drop that cipher beat, bro. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, grab that. Grab
Gonna
that.
get some Tejano.
hey.
Got like an early
I-
bull flag legal.
You could drop that funky fly anthem.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Close out.
Just close it out.
Close
that
out.
funky fly.
We'll leave
anthem.
it. Let's leave this for grifters, and then we'll
Hey,
we'll do that later.
funky fly needs to send us.
We're over here promoting a whole nother project and shit.
But anyhow, man, check out Grifters, man. And if you're a part of any Instagram group that associated with a project, and you feel like they're losing life, bring that life back to them by suggesting they reach out to Grifters, because this is what Grifters is all about. None of this is financial advice, because I can tell you we don't know what may happen with Grifters.
That
honestly,
guy.
in my mind, every project in crypto, until it proves itself, is an experiment. Keep that in mind. This is why.
Well, even Grifters puts it's a degen project, so I like it. I will end it with this. I will say this: I like Grifters concept. I like what they're doing. I've been attracted to a lot of charity type projects, and we all know they haven't done very well at all. But this is kind of like the same concept, except it's very relevant in the crypto space. So it's kind of like a charity act, but it's all helping out other crypto enthusiasts and investors and communities. So it's more relevant, in my opinion, for what we're doing. And
I'm sorry.
they've come out and like basically, they've said everything that they've needed to say for me to want to get on board. So I really appreciate Dustin and the team over there. Take a look at Grifters, again, DELC, and the chart's not looking too bad right now. All thanks to Wealthyverse Studios. This is not financial advice.
Yo.
Do your own research. Legal Alien, you got anything?
This nigga.
What is
yeah,
the
just
hell?
block this dude. What the? All right, yeah, man. Much love to everyone that showed up, bro.
Yeah.
Get off whatever you.
Sorry, that
smoking,
threw me
get
off.
of that.
Yeah, we just had a
I was always told that crack kills, and
dirty
yeah,
person just coming to chat. But anyways, let's keep rolling. Legal Alien, you got any last words?
Man, much love to everyone in the crypto community, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're all just trying to make it out here.
Alpha?
true.
Alpha male?
Hey, you already know. Hey, I'm all about good, positive projects and longevity. And thank you, crypto community, because this is amazing. Y'all actually, y'all brought something to the table and allowed me to be a part of it. I can't even thank you enough. And I'm meeting all this, so I'm loving it. And you guys have a good evening.
Yep. Bert? Good?
I'm gonna say one thing. A salute to the Grifter communities. Appreciate Dustin for coming out here and talking to us. And for all the people that's watching, I'm gonna tell y'all, do your own research. I'm not your daddy.
Not your daddy.